Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another weekly check-in video. Today we're going to be checking in for week four, which for me was from the 22nd until the 27th. I am leaving 3 days out of the month from the week 4 check-in just because at the end of the month I do like to film a budget results video, so that's kind of where this is going to go. The last 3 days of the month will be considered week 5 for me. This is just the way that I split up my weeks in the beginning of the month, if you guys were wondering. I'm actually starting to get ready also for my July monthly budget and moving into my new budget planner, which definitely stay tuned. I was hoping to film a budget planner setup prior to me filming my monthly budget video, but as of now I think I'm going to have to set up the rest of my pages after the fact. So definitely stay tuned. It should be a pretty good next couple of weeks content wise. So yes, first thing I'm going to do is lay down my budget expense tracker. So I've had quite a few transactions, I would say. I did go ahead and include the 21st with last week's check-in just because I was still in Laughlin, as you guys know, which I didn't mention this in last week's video, but I actually did win some money while gambling. I actually won around $227, which is so cool. To me, I got really lucky actually right before we left, but that's besides the point. I just wanted to mention it because as I was editing the video, and I'm just going to check this off because I just realized I did not do that. Like I was saying, as I was editing the video, I realized that I hadn't told you guys about that, which was very exciting for me. So I'm going to look through my trackers here for my cash envelopes and lay down my stickers. So I have, I believe, a couple of transactions on the 23rd. The first one I want to mark here is groceries. I did mention last week that I was planning on giving my mom some grocery money, so I ended up giving her $50 on the 23rd just because I know that she's been having to buy groceries for mostly everyone, and then she was going to also have a small gathering where my dad was going to make Cajun shrimp on Sunday. So I just wanted to make sure to give her some money, especially because I budgeted so much money, I think, in the month of June, and I've only gone grocery shopping a couple of times really, so I thought that I could afford to give her $50 from there. So that was on the 23rd. And then I knew I had another one. Then I did purchase another shirt on eBay. I bought this really pretty pink halter top, and that came out of my allowance. That was $13.57. Then I did not have another expense up until the 25th. I had quite a bit of them actually this day. The first one I'm going to mark will be my nail appointment. So I got my nails on the 25th. They're actually these right here, and after tip they came out to $130. So that came out of my beauty cash envelope. These are actually, if you guys are wondering, not Gel X nails, which is typically what I get, but these are actually a natural nail overlay, which is kind of crazy that my nails have grown this long, but I'm really happy with them. I like them, and that was what I spent for them. I also went ahead and got a pedicure, and since I didn't have any more money left in my beauty cash envelope, I decided to just use my allowance. I have not gotten a pedicure in a really long time, and my aunt actually wanted to go, so we both just went ahead and got some pedicures done, and I spent $45 from my allowance cash envelope here. And then the last two transactions were also on the 25th. I didn't have that many on the other days just because I think I've been busy with sale orders, as well as we had a ton to do, like family related, during the weekend. So I spent $15.02 for Target from my groceries cash envelope. I just wanted to get a couple of last minute things that I needed for some spring rolls. I also purchased some household items. I believe I purchased some detergent, some like stain remover, and trash bags. I think that's pretty much all that I bought, but that was $26.27. So as you guys can see here, although I did make one purchase from Target, I do like to separate the amounts between my categories because some of these things were groceries and some of them were household. I know some people like to maybe combine household and groceries together, but for me, it's very crucial to know specifically how much I'm spending because I like to have pretty accurate numbers when setting a budget for my categories. So those were all of the expenses that I had for the 4th week. And now I'm going to go back and lay down some payday scripts because I realized that I had not even laid down one. So I'm going to lay them down on Tuesday. That's typically when my shop gets paid. So I like to just lay down stickers. And then I also got paid on May 2nd and the 29th. So those are all the paydays. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay it down for the last week as well. And then for no spends, I have one on the 22nd, then one on the 24th, one on the 26th, and one on the 27th. So 4 no spend days for this past week, which is really, really good. Very proud of myself on that. And now that I have all those laid down, I'm going to bring you guys to the weekly check-in, which we have now moved on to the right side of the page here. I'm going to go ahead and write out my categories that I like to weekly check in for. So those are groceries, as you guys know. We have household, eating out, allowance, beauty, gas, and unbudgeted. Right there. And then we'll just make dashes for the rollover section since I'm not rolling over any money this week. And now let's go ahead and check in. So for groceries, like I mentioned, this planner is so chubby. Oh my God, guys. I have $50 on the 23rd and $15.02 on the 25th. So that is a total of $65.02. So let's put $65.02 spent. Now last week I had $198.91, which means that I now have $133.09, which is so crazy that I have this much money left for groceries at the end of the month. Granted, I did go ahead and budget how much more, like $50 more, maybe $60 more actually for groceries, but even so, that is a lot of money left even without the $60. The extra $60 that I budgeted. That's $73 left for only 3 days. So what I'm thinking of doing is go ahead and go to the grocery store, maybe even head to a Trader Joe's and buy some things that I might not buy some months because I'm low on grocery money. That's what I'm thinking of doing. Of course, I'm not going to blow the whole leftover money in the last 3 days. I'm probably just going to do anywhere between like $30 to $40. I think I should be good with that. So yeah, doing pretty great with groceries there. And then for household, I spent $26.27. So $26.27 spent. And last week, I had $57.70. So I now have $31.43. And I do have my cash envelopes here, so I could count the cash if you'd like. So for groceries, we have $130. I can't believe that I still have a $100 bill here, but I do. So I have 120, 30, 1, 2, 3. It's 133. And then for household, I have $31 here. So 20, 30, and 1. So I I'm hoping to, I don't think I have to buy anything else for like household related. So I'm hoping that I can go ahead and roll over that amount because I will be needing it for the month of July. And I will talk about that probably in the month of July, so just stay tuned. Now for eating out, I actually did not spend any money this week because I was out and I visited family during the weekend. And then during the beginning of the week, I think I might have just not paid. And on the 24th, we went out to Jimena's birthday dinner. So thinking that's why I did not spend any eating out money, which is okay with me. So remaining, I have $34.50 here, and I'm really happy about that. I mean, granted, once again, I did go ahead and budget a little bit more this month, but I'm excited to be able to roll over this amount if I don't end up using it within the last 3 days. So I have 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And of course, the 50 cents are in my bank account, just in case I end up purchasing anything online. If I end up getting, let's say, like DoorDash, Postmates, any of that good stuff, which I have done in the past, I'll be able to take the cents out of that. So that was for eating out. For allowance, I have 2 expenses, one for eBay of $13.57 and one for a pedicure of $45. So that equals to $58.57 spent. So $58.57 spent. Last week I had $67 left, so that means that I now have $8 with 43 cents, which is very unlike this time in the month. But of course, it was mainly because I got a pedicure, which is something that I do not do often whatsoever. So I was really happy that I had some money to get my pedicure. So left over, I have $8 here, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which I will just be rolling over, I'm sure, to my allowance sinking fund envelope. So that was that beauty. I spent $130, and that was my last expense there. So $130 spent, and last week I had $138.17. So that means that I also have $8, but with 17 cents remaining for beauty, which I have my beauty cash envelope here. So once again, we have 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's so funny how these things often happen, like having $8 for allowance and beauty, or sometimes I have like the same exact number of like the change and stuff. I don't know, it's crazy. If you guys have been watching my channel, you guys probably remember me mentioning that sometime in the past. So that was for beauty, and then I did not have any other expenses, so $0 for gas. And I did have $16, which I am pretty sure that I will be using these last $16 to pump some gas in my car. I might even be a little bit over budget because I've been driving back and forth to my parents' house, as well as we ended up going all the way to Glendale and Sun Valley during the weekend. So I'll definitely have to pump gas. So that is something that I am keeping in mind. And then last but not least, I did not have any red stickers, which would mean unbudgeted expenses, which is great. I have not had one thus far this month, so I'm really happy about that. But with that being said, that is going to be the end of the weekly check-in part of this video. I think so far I'm doing pretty great with every one of my categories. I've been able to do things like getting a pedicure, buying some tops, getting my nails done twice this month, which is crazy to say. So I'm really happy about the remaining amount for every single one of my categories. Of course, with the exception of gas, I will have to pump once more, but that honestly just also had to do with the fact that I went on 2 trips this month, so it was bound to happen, I think. But that is how those numbers are looking like. And then last but not least, I'm going to show you guys what I've spent from my sinking funds, which I have them all right here. On the 24th, I spent the remaining amount that I had in my gift sinking fund, which was $21.04 to pitch in for Jimena's birthday gift. We actually ended up getting her an edible arrangement and she really liked it, so I was happy about that. I was kind of sad that I didn't have more money to pitch in for it, but Paul said it was totally okay, so that is what is spent from there. Then on the 26th, I finally paid for my Amazon Prime annual subscription, and now I made kind of a little boo-boo here. And the reason being is because my annual subscription actually ended up being $131.20, which included taxes. So when I was looking at the number, it did not include taxes. I was only expecting it to be $119, but it ended up being some more, which in my defense, this was my first time paying the total amount for the Amazon Prime. In the past, I've only paid for the one with the student discount, which is, I believe, half of the price. So that is my reasoning for not having all the money there. So what I ended up doing was I did go ahead and take out the $119 for my Amazon Prime fund, and then the rest, which was $12.20, I just took out of my miscellaneous thinking fund, which is exactly what that's for miscellaneous things. And so I thought it would be a perfect thing to take it out of. So yes, those are the only 3 transactions that I've had for my sinking funds this last week. But aside from that, that is all that I have, I believe. Yes, because I do not have any business expenses here. No, not since last week. I haven't even had any shipping going out, but I will go ahead and mention that I did go ahead and have a source of income added to this month, which was Amazon, which if you guys ever are interested in helping a girl out and supporting me, definitely check out my Amazon storefront. I always have a link for it down below in the description box. It essentially is just a website full of my favorite Amazon products. So if you ever go ahead and purchase anything through there, so clicking on any one of the products that I show you guys, I do get a bit of kickback. So that is what the Amazon source of income is, if you guys were ever wondering. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please do not forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already, and hopefully I will get to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys!